This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
It's a good day, buddy. It's a good day. We got two things going on. We got
baby came home.
Baby's well, not yet. Baby's.
Okay.
We got the okay where we can go pick her up. So baby's out of the hospital. Thank the dear sweet Lord.
Takes a long time. You get that call, right?
Shout out to the NIC unit at Cedars-Sinai. They are angels.
Awesome
they are angels of kiddos.
Doctors and the nurses.
Yep, they're the absolute best of the best. So shout out to them. So I'm so excited for the baby girl to come home. It's always nerve-wracking when you bring a newborn home.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little different
Yep.
plan of action here.
Yep.
And then the lightning's not a lemon. So we have both.
Lightning's not a lemon.
Lightning's not a lemon.
Lightning's not a lemon.
Lightning's not a lemon. Took it to the specialist, Eddie at Addiction Motorsports.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't know somebody, they jump in, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know him. So I was like, hey, man, so how long you been doing this? And he goes, just jump in. And he was like, let me drive it. Let me feel what's going on here. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And so it's all quiet. And I was like, so how long you been doing this? He's like, shh, just shut the fuck up for a second. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And he goes, it's your fuel pump and your spark plugs are misfiring.
No.
And I was like, you think? He's like, I would bet my last $1. He's like, who told you it was the transmission or the torque? He's like, no, the transmission you would know would be slipping. He goes, I go, well, yeah, but let's get it like on your machine.
Say again.
It's your fuel pump and spark plugs misfiring.
Dude, that's a dude who knows.
We pull into a
shit.
shop, sets it up. He's like, look at the pressure gauge on the fuel pump. He's like, so I told you we need to replace the fuel pump, and then we'll just get the new spark plug. This thing's up and running. And he was like, oh, and you think it was stock? Oh, yeah, he goes, no, throttle body's all custom, the intake, the pulleys, the headers, the exhaust. He's like, this is all. He's like, the whole suspension's been redone.
Man, I love people like that who are expert at their field. They seem psychic, but they can just pick up on shit.
Oh, dude. Was literally driving and going, shh, just shut the fuck up for a second.
God, really?
And he's going, and he floors.
It's music.
And he's, first of all, he's driving with his eyes closed for 3 seconds. I'm like, he floors it and he goes, whoo, he goes, fuel pump.
Damn.
I know. And then I was like, hey, you've worked on it? He's like, all the time.
So there was a saleswoman in New York City. They wrote an article about her. I never forgot this. They used to sell, you know what a Steinway piano is? It's the most expensive piano, right? It's like handmade.
It's the Bentley of pianos, yeah.
And so if you're a concert pianist, you play a Steinway. This woman had been selling Steinways for so long, she was a piano player herself. Now, every Steinway sounds different. It's just got its own temperament. Yeah. And she, to a person, could see somebody walk into the place. She could look at them the way they were dressed, the way they were talking, and she'd go, I know what piano they're going to choose. And they would do these bets, and she would.
She got it right?
Got it right every time. She just knew that they were going to have a temperament that resonated with that particular pitch or whatever it was. And every single time, and it got so crazy, they thought she was magic that the New York Times came and did a whole they actually had reporters there to see if she could do this. And sure enough, she goes, well, she's going to, that woman is going to pick that piano. She's going to play them all. She's going to pick that one. Every single
people
time.
Who are experts like this Eddie, and what's cool about him is, I'm not a gearhead. I've never pretended I'm a gearhead. I can't fix this stuff. It's a different language.
Yeah.
And he was cool because, he's so busy. Like, he's been pretty short on the phone too. So I'm like, oh man. So I was like scared to go up there. And then he pulled up in this sick old school Malibu. I was like, damn, that's your ride. He's like, what's up, man? I'm Eddie. I was like, cool, man. He's like, jump in.
Let's go.
He was like, I'm going for a ride. Pulls it in and was like, look, man, let me show you. This is why. He's like, look at the spark plug. Do you see a difference? Like, literally was taking the time. Swamp. He's like, look, see the gap there? It's misfiring there. He's like, look, let me show you the fuel pump. He's like, this is where you locate. This is what you do. He's like, look at the pressure. It should be at here. You're at here. So that's how you can tell the difference. He's like, let me show you the throttle body. Like, went through the whole thing. I'm like, holy, this guy's great.
There are people that can do that with...
And I was trying to tell him, I was like, man, I'm so jealous. Like, I wish I had all that insight and that knowledge with cars. Like, how do you know all this? You just study all this? He's like, no, I've just been around cars my entire life. He's like, I grew up in
20,000 hours.
He's like, I grew up in the shop, and then you're taking engines apart, you put them together, eventually you just know what's going on with it. He's like, same thing with fighting. You're an expert. How'd you get used to that? I'm like, I was in gyms. He's like, same. I was in garages. You're in gyms. He's like, I don't know what you know. You don't know what I know.
I talked to an ER surgeon, a guy who would you get a gunshot wound victim, somebody's dying right there. They have to stabilize you to go on to surgery. Those dudes are the mechanics. So those guys, you come in, you're bleeding, you got to. He was going through what he does. He goes, well, I stabilize pressure here. I close off this artery. It's not different than a car. I said to him, I go, you're like a mechanic. He goes, That's exactly what I meant. I'm literally a mechanic.
Because if one thing's off, then you have problems over here.
Yeah, he can look at your
This is
body.
off,
Your barometric pressure in your body is shitty. You're going to die.
Yeah.
I got to stabilize that. I got to shut this off. I got to close this off. I got to open this thing.
Yeah, I love it too. And he's like, all right. And he was like, we'll get this fixed. This is easy. Just get these parts and then get it fixed. And my boys at LMR were like, yep, what do you need? So they're sending it. He's like, all right, we'll have it Monday. It'll be running. He goes, this thing already with these mods, probably over 400 horsepower. And he's like, but what's the goals? I was like 600 at the wheels, And he's like, okay. And literally he was like, you're going to have to replace this. Otherwise it's going to blow.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, no doubt. He's like, so this is what you need, this is what you need. And I'm like, yeah, but should we tell? He's like, I don't need to tune. I know exactly what you need to do to reach exactly 600 rear wheel horsepower.
That's like rain.
That is you know what that is? He's a master. And there's a theory that when you learn something,
the mod maestro.
When you learn one thing so well, you learn life. Like the idea is everything's a fractal of itself. Like the human cell, when you really understand what goes on in the human cell, it's literally as complicated as the universe. Like there's so many
that little tiny cell, yeah.
Yeah. And everything's a fractal of that, like that.
He's such a beast. Yeah, such a beast.
Well, he's a master.
He's working on
you know what? You met a master. You met a Jedi.
But I told him that's why the like auto community, like the truck community, is so dope. Everybody and their mom tagged me to go to him. Because I went to Ford and he was like Ford wouldn't know it because they're either they're young kids and they don't know what to look for, they don't have the experience, or they just don't care, man. Like they're pumping cars out.
Yeah.
He's like, and this is a 20-year-old car, so you got to know your shit. He's like, of course they thought it was, the computer, which is the easy swap. He's like, within 2 minutes of drive, when you pulled in, I knew something was
that guy,
going on.
Gary Brecka, who saved Dana White's life. Dana White had the highest blood pressure, and he said, you're going to be dead in 10 years. He's looking at all his markers. And Dana was on all this high blood pressure
Got
medication.
off all medication.
Yeah, and you could see his face. He looked like he was about to burst, right? And Gary Brecka said, you can have everything normal, but if you don't know to look for this particular, I guess, enzyme or hormone in the blood, then there is a certain thing you can take, one thing that will stabilize you, but you're looking at the heart when you have to look at the other things. Yeah. And he just knew that everybody, all the doctors, everybody's looking over here. And he said, you got to look over here. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't understand this. And he's a biologist. And if you look at Gary Brecka, I don't know him, but if you look at his body, again, like guys like that, he's in great shape.
Yeah,
he lives what he talks about. And look at Dana. Dana looks
phenomenal.
What a difference.
Yeah, he looks great.
God,
yeah, those experts, man, good God.
Like, look at him. Yeah.
That's scary. Also, like, there have been many critics about Gary Brecka.
That's fine. There are, but
that's how it goes.
To predict like his death date if he didn't change stuff. But I listened to him on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I was like, crap, this guy knows a lot of shit.
Of course he does. Yeah. But whenever it's medical field, whatever field you're in, people are going to come for you.
Sure.
Because they have one belief, and they've never experienced this guy. Listen, Dana could reach out to anybody in the world. He's like, connect with this guy. This guy got it done. Okay, it works for Dana.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
He's been criticized because some of the stuff he says may not have, what is the word? Some of the stuff doesn't have a lot of research behind it. There's no papers behind it.
But in his experience, it works.
But I will say that if you look at his body and you look at how he is and you look at what he did with Dana, he's obviously got case studies where the shit he does works.
Oh, I would, instead of a case study, or instead of a regular like research or study, I see Dana, I'm like, he's doing pretty well.
Oh, fuck
That's enough for me.
Oh, yeah, dude. I go with those kind of people. When I see them put their money where their mouth is, it's like, okay. Look at our look at our cat.
I was going to search Dana White, but then this popped
Cat's
up.
Blowing up.
I love it.
Well, that leads us, like, again, you don't know it's the internet, so you don't know what's real, what's not real. It's like with this Ian Garry stuff. Dude, it's...
What is going on?
Right when it came out. So my whole thing with this is when I saw the tweets and like threatening the lawsuit with Strickland, if you just look at the verbiage in the tweets, I'm like, that's not Ian Garry. Or like in the DMs, I'm like, that's not Ian Garry. The way he's talking.
You mean the way he's talking?
Meaning his wife has taken over as his PR spearhead, social media spokesman, and she's doing a disservice to Ian Garry. She's not steering him down the right ship. It's not good. It's not good at all. And then the rumors of the ex-husband living with him, I heard it like that's a troll job, and some of the other stuff is weird. But we have an expert. We're gonna reach out to him. My boy Jesse on Fire. He knows the down low on all this. Should we call him so you and I don't sound like idiots? Should I call Jesse?
You can get him on the phone.
You don't not believe what just happened.
Let's do that first, Ian.
Can I see while he's getting him, can I see that Sean Strickland thing?
No, I got him right here.
Okay.
B, let's take a little break because you're headed to England. I'm headed to Chicago next Friday, Saturday. 2 shows only on Friday, 2 shows only on Saturday. Then I'm off to Nashville, January 25th. Austin, January 26th, 27th. Where are you going to be, buddy?
Brennan, because I'm going to be in Indiana, December 7th, 8th, and 9th. BryanCallen.com for tickets to Indianapolis at Helium, then Spokane Comedy Club, December 15 and 16. Then the following week, Off the Hook Comedy Club, December 21, 22.
A lot of dates, dude.
Yeah, every weekend in December, and I'm ringing in near in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hell yeah, man.
But let's talk about diversifying your portfolio. You got a financial portfolio. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. It's a good way to get broke.
Dude, you talking about gold right now, dude?
Gold has always been something.
Yes. Scrooge McDuck is my hero, and I tried copying how he jumps into the coins.
You can.
Almost broke my neck.
Now you can, because gold has always held its value. I don't care if you go
gold,
back
silver.
to Egyptian
talking about precious
times
metals
or now. Yeah, I'm talking about a company called Gold Co. that's rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. They've got over 5,000 5-star reviews. They're a 7-time Inc. 5000 winner, basically, they right now are offering up to $10,000 in bonus silver if you use our promo code at goldco.com/fighter. And that's where you can also learn more about how to diversify your portfolio.
That's goldco.com/fighter. Get your Scrooge McDuck on.
Look, man,
dude,
macadamia nuts might be the best nut you can eat for longevity.
They're so tasty.
For your health.
But the problem, they're so freaking expensive.
Well, House of Macadamias says no. House of Macadamias is basically a company that figured out a way to corner the market. They work with over 90 South African farmers. And
I've been harassing the owner, that handsome bastard. I've been harassing him. I go, dude, all I do is drink black coffee. You need to milk those nuts.
Well, you don't want milk in your coffee sometimes, like dairy milk. And macadamia milk is so thick and it tastes.
Oh, that's a real thing? There's
buttery.
macadamia nut milk?
Well, House of Macadamias is giving away a free gallon of macadamia milk. Yeah, and it's 100% macadamia nuts. 100%. And it's free with any order. There's no added sugars, oils, or stabilizers.
You can order the 45% macadamia nut bars, the macadamia chocolate-covered nuts, and you get a gallon of macadamia milk when you visit houseofmacadamias.com/TFAK. Just add the milk to your cart with any products, and you use the code TFAK. That's a gallon of macadamia nut milk. Enjoy.
Delicious.
Nutties.
Hello, sir.
What's up, you handsome bastard? You're on the air with me and Bryan Callen.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Don't worry, dude. I'm a regular guy. Taller in person, more athletic, but a regular guy, I promise.
He's going to look a little older. It's like a catfish. You think they're hot looking, and then you see them in person, like, oh, wow, their eyes are off.
Yeah, he's a little,
Don't tell me any jokes or I won't be able to focus.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, man. But we wanted to call you because we're idiots, and this whole Ian Garry drama, this mess here, what exactly is going on? Because before you give your expert insight on this, and what's going on here, is my whole thing is Ian Garry's wife is obviously spearheading this whole PR, his social media. She's doing an awful job, and she's turned Ian Garry into the most hated man in the UFC. But then a lot of it's a troll job. So it's tough to tell what's real, what's legit. So that's why we have you here. What's going on with this whole Ian Garry stuff?
All right, so I guess where I would start would be to say that anything that has happened for Ian Garry in the last week since this thing blew up is exceptional for his career, assuming that he can keep it focused and he doesn't care about people talking shit and calling him a cuck. Because, I mean, you know as well as me, we can measure a person's pay-per-view draw ability based on the views that we get if we put a video up about him. And this guy is officially a person I can do videos about that people will click on now.
He's a star, yeah.
Good.
You know what I mean? But like as far as this actual thing, I can't really tell if it's completely staged. That would surprise me. It's like I think that the idea that she is a predatory girl who saw Ian Garry and she was like, I'm gonna trap this motherfucker with a kid. I'm gonna take all of his money, and that's what it's gonna be, is probably a stretch given the fact that he was the Cage Warriors champion at the time. I mean, like he had a
That's a big
lot of-
reach. That's a big reach.
First of all, it's a reach, and also Ian Garry's an attractive man with a future, but you know he's also an MMA fighter. That if she wanted to chase if she was a gold digger, she'd chase a soccer player.
She would have chased a Premier League guy.
Yeah.
For her to bank on a young Ian Garry who's a Cage Warriors champ. I mean, she's in the wrong business.
Yeah,
she should be a
doesn't
manager.
hold water at all. She just obviously was attracted to him and loves the guy.
Go on, Jess. Sorry.
No, yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I mean, it's a salacious story, especially when the thing came out that she had written this thing, How to Be a Wag, you know, wife and girlfriend. But as she explained, and then I further verified yesterday, she was like, first of all, the How to Be a Wag, for anybody who didn't know, it's like wag means wife and girlfriend, and it's a term that characterizes like Victoria Beckham or someone who is like a rich socialite married to a baller ass football player in the UK, right?
Yep.
So when I looked into it, what she said is she's like, first of all, that was written in 2010 and it was a fucking joke. She's like, I work for OK Magazine and it was a joke.
Just satire.
And when you really when you look at it, it is, I mean, it seems to me it's clearly satire. And the other thing too is she got married after 2010 to a dude who's neither a football player nor rich, like between writing the book and Ian Garry. So it's like, you know, when I cover it on the channel, I'll make it kind of like funny and entertain all angles. But if you're, you know, if someone's seriously like, dude, do you think that she trapped Ian Garry and dirt? It's like, no, no, I don't.
But Jess, do you think part of the reason they're doing this is, you know how it goes? I mean, I know how this goes. When you have a lot of haters, they're going to look for these rumors and this stuff to try to disparage you and come up with stuff. So I think his hate got so bad that it went down this road, unfortunately, for him. They're able to put these pieces of the puzzle together.
Did the hate get that bad, though?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's fair. The other thing, too, is like, because everybody now is like scouring the internet looking for stuff that they can pile on here. And it's like, it resembles the Nina Agdal and Logan Paul thing, but the thing about the Nina Agdal and Logan Paul thing is Nina is way more famous than she was.
Yes.
And also had put out so much content.
Yep.
Like it was part of her brand.
Yep.
That she's like, I can swallow a 12-inch cock. That's part of my brand.
Yeah, I love it.
And then she tried to represent herself.
I appreciate that.
Like, I wouldn't sleep with Logan when we first started dating. And it's like, she knows there are a bunch of fucking hand grenades that can blow up in her face at any time. And Dillon fucking dug them all up.
He sure did. So
it's a different situation.
But can I just tell you that what is there to hate about? I'm just saying, what is there to hate about Ian Garry and his wife?
This is a bigger story,
but you know what I'm saying? Like
he got a lot of hate the way
noise.
It's not that he got a lot of hate because the way he was acting. He was doing an impression of Connor to start. When he beat Neil Magny, the way he went about it, saying Neil Magny beats his kids.
Got it.
He made a shirt of a mugshot.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Brian just found out who Ian Garry is before we started the show.
No, I know who he is. I just didn't know he was that
familiar
colorful.
with him.
I know he was it was weird with the Neil Magny thing. I remember that. I was puzzled by that. But
wait, you talking about Jeff Neal or?
I'm saying
the Neil Magny fight. He got
some
stuff that because he's flipping Neil off.
Yeah,
and then the Jeff Neal, especially with the mugshot. Yeah. But again, I think this goes back. What him and his wife do, I don't know why anybody gives a shit about that stuff. But when it comes to the way she's handling his PR, it's atrocious, dude. That's my issue with her. I don't care about anything else, but it's like you have this kid who you and I were texting this morning. If I had to bet on anybody to be world champion in 12 to 18 months, my money's on Ian Garry. That kid's so fucking talented, dude. He's going to beat Vicente Luque, hopefully, if he gets past this shitstorm. And then the fight between him and Leon Edwards, that's a pretty fucking possible thing in the next 12 months, man.
Well, yeah, because you had all the shit about Leon Edwards and them kicking him out of the gym.
There's a narrative there.
The thing about that, and then now because of this whole thing with the cut. Now, the one thing that we are leaving out is the fact that her ex-husband, lives with them supposedly. I don't want to get hit with a defamation charge if he lives next door. Or something.
See, I heard that's not true. I heard that's one of the fake things. Again, I don't know what to believe.
He definitely is his nutritionist. That's for sure.
That's a nightmare then.
No, it's not. That just means that Ian Garry's confident enough to have the X as
Now, Jesse, that's one cuck explaining cuck moves. Brian's a cuck.
I got no problem with it.
That's the biggest cuck move. If the ex-husband's living with you,
it's fine.
that's cuck shit,
Come on,
man.
hey, I'll have my coffee with a little cream. Come on, it's fine.
Little caveat here: Brian also drives a Tesla, so tread lightly.
You know, but
I'm a lot like
all
Ian
I'm saying
Garry.
about that is, no matter how overconfident you are an MMA fighter. It is 100% inevitable that you're going to be traveling at times by yourself, and your wife is not going to be with you, and your nutritionist might not be with you. In which case, if you get in a fight with your fucking wife, who is a hard fucking 10, she is a smoke, dude.
Facts.
Smoke show.
You're gonna leave her alone with a dude who's been in that
living in your house, and he's already
God
done anal?
damn it, that's so hot. I mean, that's so worrying. Sorry.
Brian's all about it. Brian's looking for a nutritionist right now.
As long as you get a video.
Brian's looking for a black nutritionist right now.
Well, as long as he's a professional athlete, he doesn't have to be black. Could be Latin.
11 inches deep.
Yeah, dude. We'll see if it fits the criteria. Yeah, I just want to reach out to you and get to see what's going on here. But again, I think all of this blows over. Literally, everyone forgets about it if he head kicks Vicente Luque into the fucking third
100%.
row.
I absolutely agree, and I think he's going to. If you look at because he did a video yesterday where he essentially was just directing people to her Instagram story because she was explaining the WAG book, which I would say that's the only thing. Like, the only thing she should put a statement out was about the WAG book, because if any smart person looks at what she said and then looks at the book, it's like, okay, yeah, it's probably a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I don't think she should say anything else about this whatsoever.
Agree.
But when Ian Garry was like, you think she's not going to say anything? He's like, you're out of your mind. He was chilling. Like, you could tell she just was like, could you direct people to me? He doesn't look like he's tripping at all. Like, he looks completely focused, which makes me even more confident.
Well, that's a mindset of a world champion, my man. That makes me like him even more.
Yeah.
Me too.
Jesse, you got to come on the podcast sometime.
He starched in practice, though, when he was in Florida, and I found out who it was. And I'm just juggling whether or not I'm going to put that info out yet.
Oh, I'll talk to you off air about that.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. I hate feeling like I'm piling on people, but it's a pretty fucking big scoop.
We're talking about practice, though. We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice.
100%.
I don't care about any of that stuff, but I do think that kid has a chance to be world champion. I think this is going to earn him more fans, especially if he handles it the right way and doesn't listen to his wife.
Dude, every single thing that's bad on your way up immediately becomes a positive if you kick the living shit out of everybody.
Correct.
Everyone's just like, damn, they weathered that storm and then performed like that.
As Al Davis said, just win, baby. That's all Ian Machado needs to do, and I'll probably drop her last name from yours. Whatever. That's nor here nor there. But we appreciate you, brother. I'll hit you up after this. But you're my go-to on this stuff, man, because it's hard for me to keep up. I'm old.
Fair enough. You call me anytime, good sir.
All right, brother.
Pleasure, Bryan.
Jesse, I'll call you every day, buddy, just to talk.
Yeah. All right, brother. We'll see you soon, man. Appreciate you. Later.
Cool. Bye.
This isn't a pouch. This is a pouch. What's up, guys? If you're like me, I used to use white nicotine pouches all the time, nonstop, whatever it was. If you saw me on podcast, your boy had it in. If you saw me on stage, I had it in. If I'm at the gym, I had nicotine in my mouth at all times. And then I found Black Buffalo. They make the same great flavors that you know. We're talking about mint, wintergreen. They got my favorite, the straight, and they're all tobacco free. That means no tobacco stem or leaf is in these, and they're made in the US of A. US of A product, so you know it's good. It's Black Buffalo. So if you're 21 or older and you use nicotine or tobacco, head on over to Black Buffalo. That's blackbuffalo.com.
Jesse on fire.
Jesse on fire.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna chime in to ask Jesse, but it's
What?
fine that
What
we
were you
don't.
going to say, Jen?
Did he listen to the actual audiobook?
Yeah, that's what he said.
He actually no, he didn't.
No, that's what he said. He goes, if you actually listen to it.
But I wanted to ask him straight up, did you actually listen to the audiobook? Because
That's
if you
what he
listen
said,
to
though,
it-
Chin. He goes, if anybody who listens to it,
I listened
can't
to
take
it.
it serious, but you think it's real.
You want to listen to it? We can do it right now. We can fast forward
we
afterwards.
don't have time for that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So you didn't listen to it? I did.
Hey, I lived it.
But
So there's actual tips to being a wag. She even brings in a freaking makeup artist, all this stuff. Like
Yeah,
I
but she
listened
didn't
to
put it into practice.
what?
She didn't put
because
the
she
wag
married
thing into
Here's the
practice.
thing.
a civilian after
Here's the
that.
main. Here's the main thing is of course, it's all stupid, and we shouldn't even be in like going into Ian Garry's life with this girl, whatever. But
It's out
I
there.
get the fact that Sean Strickland's saying like he shouldn't have done it publicly. He should have done it privately, like you said.
Yeah, if you wanted to help him. If you actually wanted to help him, you should be like, hey, dude, just so you, maybe. I
But
don't know
when
if you're
people
aware of
say,
this.
when we say, like, oh, she's saying she's defending herself like it's satirical. If you listen to it, it's not satirical.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
yeah,
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I would love people to actually listen to there's a 5-minute preview on Amazon if you want to listen to it and
Yeah.
judge for yourself.
That's all right.
I don't know.
You wanted me to dive deeper, so I dive deeper.
Yeah, no, I'm
appreciate
glad you did, Chin. Yeah, that's the thing. Who knows? But I think it'd make her look worse if she released that wags and then married like a Premier League soccer player.
Right.
But she releases that and then marries a
By the way,
civilian.
even then, I got no problem.
But she couldn't get it. Maybe she can
Yeah,
get it.
maybe- yeah, you might be
And
right.
Also, remember the Kamzat story I told you about, right? That Ian Garry himself put out there.
Agree.
11
Chin, I
months
think
ago.
we're in agreement with this. And it works for them, which all more power to them.
And that's fine. Let's get out of their relationship.
But I do think she's the butt of all his issues. I don't think she's
Dude.
good for him. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe professionally
If it
she's not
works
good.
for them, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm saying
He's still ranked at number 7 in the world. Someone's
and us like
working.
even getting to their business kind of sucks, but this is like the biggest topic in the
Yeah.
MMA world. So we
the Real
kinda have to
Housewives of the
cover it.
UFC. Yep,
But yeah,
it's interesting though.
Yeah, it is.
I know-
You'd have
I
trouble.
know-
You'd have trouble fighting at 70.
I know you're on board, cuck boy.
What? Whatever are
Is
you
Ian
talking
Garry your
about?
favorite fighter now?
Fuck yes.
He's so talented too.
He's so talented.
Stupid talented.
Yeah.
But again, this gets way worse for him if he goes in and loses in December 10th, the next pay-per-view. If he goes out there
16th.
and loses in Vegas, then this becomes a bigger story. If he head kicks Vicente Luque, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You
I think
just,
16th.
it's the
Pay
9th?
per view.
Oh no, it's December 16th, and we're doing a fight campaign for that.
Oh, I'll
we
come by.
have Ian Garry's wife on. We have Ian Garry's wife and Sean Strickland together
That should be
at that. Yeah,
That should be interesting.
I miss Sean.
Vicente Luque.
number 10 versus number 8.
That's a tough fight.
Well, there we go.
It's a
Also
great
have,
card.
you also have Patty Pimlet and Tony Ferg on the same card. I love that fight.
Yeah,
Love it.
not me.
You want to bet on that? And
no.
I'm a huge Patty Pimlet fan.
No, no.
Patty's one of my favorite
I want
fighters.
Tony to retire.
Yeah, but it's not how he's fucking fighting, Brian. You want to bet on it?
No.
Why?
I don't want to bet on an old horse who used to be great.
I'm betting on Tony.
No, are you?
I want Tony, yes.
You think Tony's going to win that fight?
Yes.
Because I know why you think Tony's going to win that fight.
Because
'Cause of his
David
wrestling.
Goggins? No, David Goggins.
Oh, I would love to take that bet.
Then bet. You think Tony gives a flying fuck if you bet against him?
No, not at all. I'm saying
that's
I don't
on-
like betting against Tony because you're going to lose.
No, I'm taking Tony, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
$1,000 bucks.
$1,000?
$1,000.
$1,000 American dollars? All due respect to the great Tony Ferguson, I'm taking that bet.
I know, yeah. I mean, he's an underdog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take a David Goggins train. He made it through David's Hell Week.
The only athlete too, right, to make it through
He'll
it.
be in great shape. Yeah. Tony Ferguson's
It's
issue
not about
was
his
never,
shape. No,
it was
yeah.
never
No,
his.
that's the point, yeah.
It was never his.
Don't get me wrong. Is it the best bet? No.
I like you. I like where you're at. I like that you're feeling a little reckless. And I like that you're putting your.
I don't
your
know if
money
Patty's
on
right.
an
I
old
just,
dog.
but the good thing is, if you're a Patty fan, which I am, is he's had a long layoff. He's been able to train and work on things. But from going from his last fight to I think Tony can do it. As if he doesn't get clipped, and and obviously Patty doesn't have the best striking. So I like Tony's chances.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
So, Brent, quick question on that. So,
8 inches.
so Patty even said publicly like it's a lose-lose for him,
I agree with that.
right? So, if you were in a position like with Patty, would you think the same thing? Like it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Would you want to fight still? Or,
I mean, you're going to take the fight because Tony's it's a good feather in the cap, even though he's lost 7 in a row. So I agree with Patty. It doesn't make a ton of sense, right? Because if you beat Tony, like, all right, it's his 8th loss in a row. You know, if you lose to him, it's like, dude, you just lost to a guy who's lost 7 in a row for fuck. So I'm with Patty on this. It's not a lot of upside. If it's a war, it's like fight of the year. People are like, yeah, he's lost 7 in a row, dude. Way to go. And if you beat him, like, way to go. So I don't think we learned a lot from Patty in this. You go out there and starch him. It's not about how much better Patty's gotten. It's about how bad Tony is.
Tony's getting a payday still, right? I mean,
Of course.
yeah.
he's probably one of the higher paid
Yeah.
He's been in so
He's earned
long.
it.
So Tony's a plus 240.
DraftKings.
Yeah, there's no upside for Patty in this. No. If he wins, you beat a weathered Tony Ferguson. If you lose, it's a nightmare. If you starch him, people are like, who cares? It's Tony Ferguson. He's lost 7 in a row. So we won't know.
But it is good adversity to put Patty through.
That's a big name. It's like, yeah.
It's a big name.
Yeah. There's some
Patty's a
stuff
bigger
there.
name in some ways, right? In some circles.
Like up and coming big names for sure.
Yeah, not in America, but in the UK, not even
boy, oh boy.
close. He's the 5th Beatle.
Yeah.
It's a good fight, though.
Yeah.
What, B?
I was just thinking about
Why
how
you
he
zoning
called it,
out,
and he goes,
man?
my dog took a huge crap on your lawn. Are you Patty the Batty? I am, yeah.
Yeah. Just cleans it up.
I was going, yeah. My dog took a hellacious huge crap on your lawn. He's so...
Now,
so-
since
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
the whole since the whole Sam thing, do you think that was planned or no?
What?
That part.
No.
You think that was like a
No, I think
call
Yeah, I'm
it,
just
right?
curious. I'm just
No,
curious
no.
because
He's
I think that was natural.
a good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, Patty's a great guy.
Yep.
Damn, only 18 days.
Only 18 days.
That's the ring door camera.
oh, you want to see it again? Or no?
Nah.
All right.
He's all bundled
Let me hear
up.
what he says.
All right.
Dog,
I'll play it
sloppy
then.
shit.
Hello, look, my dog's just had like a sloppy shit outside. I was just wondering if you got some water. I don't want to leave it outside.
That's
It's been
Patty the
hot.
Batty. Ah!
It is.
I'm 5 minutes away from home. Don't worry, I'll clean
It's
it.
just, like, you sure? I feel terrible. You know what I mean?
No, it's all right.
It's just had a proper sloppy shit and I can't even pick it up with a poo bag. Know what I mean?
Don't worry, I'll clean it when I get
Had a
home.
proper poo.
I have a proper poo
sloppy
bag, you
shit.
know what I mean?
I'm sorry about that. I hate doing stuff like that. That's why I
All
knocked on.
right. Go on, I'll see you later.
He's had a sloppy shit. He's had a sloppy shit. There's no-
Sloppy shit.
Pure sloppy shit.
I feel bad.
I've got no poo bags.
I feel bad.
So fuck. That part of the world is so violent. It's like the so you know what redneck culture like when you talk about rednecks, right? Like in the Appalachian Mountains and stuff, they all came from that part of they were all English and Irish and Scottish herders. It was herd culture and it's honor culture. And that's why they fought. They would fight. Pit bulls, you know, when you're breeding dogs for fighting, it came from that region. They're a fucking rough bunch.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. If I
They don't have guns either, so they've
That's
solved the
right.
problems through fighting.
Knives and a fisticuff.
Yeah, here, we'll shoot
Bots.
you. Bots.
Bots. Oh, OnlyFans model claims she had a threesome with Dillon Danis.
Okay, so the only reason why this popped up is because during the whole Ian Garry and his wife drama,
Yeah.
apparently
Oh, I saw that.
Dillon Danis posted like some DMs that him and Ian Garry's before he was married with his wife, like him and his wife were chatting back and forth. It's nothing crazy though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna even show those because I kind of want to get over it. But anyways, so I googled Dillon Danis after that, and it says this OnlyFans model said that she had a threesome with Danis before the Logan Paul fight, and she's like smoking hot.
Let's see.
And this is apparently someone saying this about Danis that Logan posted. Anyway, I'll just show you the girl. She was on a podcast and says she had like a threesome with Dillon Danis, and
Said
this
he-
is the girl. What's up?
Jesus Christ. She said he was so worried that Logan sent her.
Yeah, he thought it was like a trap kind of thing. So maybe he wasn't as comfortable as he should have been. But they still had. She said that they boned first, and they boned again after the third person showed up. But this girl is like,
Good to be Dillon Danis.
Yep.
Does he really think Logan was like, I can't stand this guy. Let's send this actual smoke show and have a threesome. Good luck in the fight.
Well,
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, she's cool.
when you do,
I know.
She's
now
cool.
I know when you say she's cool. I know exactly what you're talking about.
she's
these
cool.
days.
I leave it at that. She's cool. All right. She cool.
she cool.
She cool, baby.
I also think Logan Paul sent all the ladies to talk to me.
Yep.
That's right.
If Logan doesn't like you, he requires you to bust.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send a smoke show to your room. You got another girl.
Remember, Logan, I said first rule is you don't sue. You got so upset, do something about it.
Yeah.
Send this absolute smoke show for a threesome. How dare you?
How very dare you?
All right, so this was actually Sanaz's current event from Monday, but we didn't talk about it. But so Derek Chauvin, one of the cops that was involved in the Floyd, George Floyd.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the one who put the knee on his neck.
Yeah. So he was stabbed in prison.
Yeah.
And I guess people that are in prison are saying like he's not going to last long. He's gonna eventually.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but the coroner with the autopsy hid the fact that
he was on. He might have died for other reasons.
He might have died
from fentanyl. He had a bunch of stuff in his system.
And that's a very interesting thing. I'm sure his lawyers.
But that's such a hot topic.
Yeah, his lawyers are like, wait a minute.
But there was a coroner who was involved in it who brought that up, and he goes, "No, I don't want to talk about it." He goes, "It's above my pay grade."
Yep.
She's like, "I know, but there's all this stuff in his system that could have elevated things where he would have not been able to breathe."
That's clearly something that his lawyers, I'm sure, are all over.
Oh,
but I mean, the reality is the cop was.
That's not a good story.
The cop was doing a terrible thing of like just leaving his leg on there. But as far as like the death, the true cause of death. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people can.
But
Google
then again, would he have
it.
died if he hadn't been panicked and claustrophobic too? With a knee on your neck, right, for that long. Yeah. So that it's tough. But
it's tough.
Are you sending me something or no?
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing's dicey.
All right, so this is a.
That was a weird time in America.
And it's just so complicated. There's so many things. There's so many. Yeah.
It's not that complicated, but it's just a weird.
No, I'm saying like to discuss exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I remember
it's pretty black and white. No pun intended. It's pretty black and white.
I knew a guy was saying, look, we're under lockdowns, right? Everybody's wearing masks. He said, try saying that the Black Lives Matter protests spread COVID. Nobody was going to say that. Nobody was going to say, well, wait a minute, we have all these.
It's
people
very
together.
obvious.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to protest anything else, but if it was
event.
Black Lives Matter, you could protest.
Yeah, and
it's very interesting.
We couldn't say anything.
Yeah. Well,
otherwise you get canceled.
I got a better one. The left has this idea that if you feel like a woman, you're allowed to say that I'm a woman, and you have to refer to me as she, okay? Because I have an inner feeling. A woman is an inner feeling, okay? Now, I can't say, though, I'm black. I'm transracial. Even though I might have actually 5% sub-Saharan African or something in me. I'm not allowed to say that. So apparently chromosomes are not relevant.
You're talking about science?
Not relevant, but melanin.
You're talking about science right now?
Does matter.
You're talking about legit science?
Yeah.
No, man. They don't want to hear that.
But you can say they don't want to hear science, but you're supposed to trust the science, I thought. Trust the science. But hold on. But you're saying, so if you're saying I can't, by the same argument, I could say I'm transracial, but apparently I can't do that. I can't say I'm black.
You talking about
I can't
science?
say I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. But they told me to trust the science with the vaccine. I'm just saying.
You try and get us demonetized right now, man.
Just saying.
These are not the views of Gun and Shaw.
How come I can't follow this? It's really interesting.
You're making too much sense.
And I got to shut up because I'll never understand, but then silence is violence. This is really interesting.
But going back to the whole BLM protests, remember I was telling you guys, I never wanted to own a gun. I always thought like I can, whatever. If something happened, I'll just, do whatever I can.
Techniques.
Yeah.
No, not my techniques. But I'm saying like
Chinese.
Whatever. Okay, whatever. But during the BLM protests, how did it benefit me and people around me? You know what happened during the BLM? I was living in downtown LA. I even filmed it and put it on my vlogs. Like, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys.
Yeah.
They're crashing windows, stealing, looting. How the hell is that helping anything, dude? That was that's what I saw personally.
Yeah.
That's why Trump says if they start looting, we start shooting.
My girlfriend at the time, she was staying with me, so she's freaking out the entire. Are they going to come to the apartment? I'm like, fuck. I have to get a gun now.
Yeah.
So that's why I got a gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use nunchucks, but.
Yeah. I'll use my bare hand.
I use nunchaku.
What's this, Jen?
So just apparently every now and then there's some crazy stuff that happens in airplanes. So this one was I think in Louisiana. Some dude just jumped out of the plane.
I always thought you couldn't open it.
No, this is I think after they landed.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So he's just like bouncing afterwards, and then they filmed it. I think the video is the more funnier part.
I'd rather see him open it, but yeah.
Hold on, that's the end of it. Here's how it begins.
Go y'all. Go y'all. Zia, are you okay?
What?
What happened?
He put something on the plane and jumped off the plane.
Wait, what?
Panicked.
So imagine someone jumps off a plane when you're departing. You're
panicked.
thinking probably there's a bomb or something,
Panicked.
right?
Panicked. Some people get so claustrophobic they go crazy.
Oh, they did. He did.
There he is. There he is. There he is.
So that's a security guard trying to catch him. He fell.
There he is. There he is. Right.
And then he tried to steal this truck at the airport.
Lord, there he is. Yo, they got him. Thank God.
Well, he jumped out of the plane. He just had
So he jumped out before like the ramp, the stairs came.
I think as soon as it's
So high up.
it's already
high.
done.
That's high.
It's so high. You ever
And then he
look
tried to
down?
steal the truck.
I was thinking about those stairs going.
That would really hurt.
Oh, it's so high up. God, dog.
We should probably stop after this one, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last one. So Andrew Huberman was on Cameron Haynes' podcast and YouTube channel. And Andrew Huberman, Andrew Huberman, who's like very popular on YouTube, he's been on Rogan. He's never shown his tattoos or his body. He always like feels like
jacked.
Yeah, because he's like a Stanford professor. He just doesn't want people to like think about, you know.
Jacked scientist.
I get it.
So now in this video, you can see how jacked he is.
And mental 10% system. Almost dropped it right there.
There's more for Bryan,
Not setting this thing down, but not bad drop.
Andrew Huberman.
and he's tattered up too.
He's a professor.
And smart as
I think it's
shit.
Stanford. Yeah.
It's wicked smart. Wicked smart.
Yeah. Big boy, too. About 6'2", I think.
It's like Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, he's thick.
Yeah.
See, Gordon Ryan shaved his beard.
Yep.
He goes, I'm Gordon Ryan. I'm 28
so
years
different.
old.
He looks so innocent now. Yeah.
He looks great.
But yeah, so Huberman is.
Love it.
Huberman and
Tattered up
Cameron
and
both
jacked.
jacked.
Huberman.
Nothing better than a jacked man.
Guys,
I'm in Chicago next Friday, Saturday, Chicago, downtown Chicago. Tell me where to get your deep dish casseroles. That's December 8th and 9th. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Nashville's January 25th, 1 show only. Then Austin. I'm off to Austin that Friday, Saturday, January 26th, 27th. Austin, Texas. Get your tickets at thiccboy.com.
guys, good news. December 7th, 8 and 9, Helium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Spokane Comedy Club, December 15, 16. Off the Hook Comedy Club, December 21, 22, 23 in Naples, Florida. And finally, I Ring in the Ear in Charlotte, North Carolina Comedy Zone. Come see me. That's all I got to say. I'm going to London. God bless you.
All right, kids. Love you.